Hey everybody, I am doing what I always do, and I am batching a whole bunch of videos, and I will be trickling them out throughout this week. But today I want to talk to you about some stinking exciting news. This video is sponsored by Ezoic. They saw my last video. This will jog your memory. Oh yeah, when I got my blogging, when I got my Access Now entrance pass, my golden ticket into Access Now. Y'all know it took me 5 months to pass the Access Now test, and I made a video about it. Well, it sounds like Ezoic saw the video. They reached out to me via email and said, hey, we changed the process. And luckily, I had a friend, a local blogging friend who had just gone through the Access Now program. So I went ahead and talked to her about what her experience was like so that we would have some firsthand experience. And I just want to share some stuff that was a little heartwarming for me that Ezoic did for our non-native English speakers in our community. There's two important things to know about Ezoic. One of them is that there's no page view limit. This has been true for a while, but still, probably at least once a week, I see in my blogging Facebook groups someone saying, hey, is there any ad company that will work with you at this page view limit or this page view limit? So I still think there's a lot of people who don't know that you can get into Ezoic with 0 page views. 0, 0, 0. So if you saw my update about my site too, I actually put Ezoic on when I had 0 page views on that website. And I actually made a video about the difference between what Google Analytics looks like and what Ezoic big data analytics looks like on a baby site. That video will drop a little bit later this week, but I'm glad that I did. So even if you think that you want to wait for Ezoic, I still say you put Ezoic on your site and you don't have to enable ads. You can just get into Ezoic with your site and not turn the ads on if you want to wait. And there's probably reasons to wait because for the first couple months on site 2, it was really wonky. Sometimes ads would display and sometimes they weren't, and things looked a little funny. And that is because Ezoic uses AI to place ads and to make some determinations about how to place ads on your site. So since I wasn't getting enough traffic, it was a little wonky in the beginning, but I do still think you should put your site on there so that you can use big data analytics. More on that to come. But the big news for this video is that there is no more Ezoic test. There's no more Ezoic test. So I was talking to my friend and she said that she was working on getting into Ezoic that week. And so she was messaging me some questions and she said, Sabina, where's the test? Like, I'm at the end. I never got a test. What happened? And that's when I found out there's no more test for Access Now. So you go through the modules. They described it to me as a learn as you go. So what's going to naturally happen when you get into Access Now and you start earning money, there's features or problems or concerns or options that you're going to want to learn more about. So those courses will be available and you can go take those courses to learn when it's more applicable to you, which I think makes a lot of sense, right? We learn something better when it's important to us. So they told me that they have had people who can complete this process in as little as 15 minutes. And I'll discuss that a little bit in just a minute. So anyway, no test, no page view limit. Ezoic is the place to be for new publishers. I did want to just mention real quick before we go to the next thing. I got a comment today while I was preparing this video from someone who said, I'm getting 500 visits a day. How long did it take you to monetize? Sorry, bumped the table. How long did it take you to monetize your site? And I'm thinking, friend, I don't have 500 page views a day. Why haven't you monetized your site? And so this individual was leaving so much money on the table. Even if your EPMV is very, very small, you're still earning money. You're gaining like the trust in the Google Ad Exchange. You're like just learning something new about monetizing your site. You don't even know what the EMPV could be if you haven't put the ads on the site. And I know that RPMs and it's different. You don't know how much money you could be earning, how valuable your content is. You don't know which pages are earning you the most money unless you're tracking them in some way. And I'm gonna tell you, I think Ezoic is the way to do that because they're revenue focused. It's designed for publishers and we need revenue, right? And that's why we're with Ezoic. So the data in there is really helpful if your goal is monetization. Now, there is no reason that if you have a site with traffic to not have ads on it. Okay, listen, I know there are reasons. And I know there are reasons that people don't do ads. But if you're like me, you're looking for passive income, you're looking to work when the babies are asleep, and then you're looking to wake up to have a couple dollars trickling in, then Ezoic is the way to do it. Ad income, I mean, if you have not seen Passive Income Unlocked yet, like those friends are making the big bucks with ads. And I am doing some other things. I'll talk about it, launching email lists, doing some other different things, but ads. Okay. If you haven't done it, do it. I have an affiliate link in the description for access now, and you can be in there fast. Okay. But if you are not a native English speaker, you may have had trouble up until this point with access now. And that was my first question when they reached out to me and said, hey, Access Now is so much better. I was like, well, what about my non-native English speaking friends? So they did a couple things that help everybody. They put subtitles in all their videos, high quality subtitles. Another thing I want to mention as far as support is they have started the Access Now lives on YouTube. I attended one, stumbled upon it, and y'all, I was impressed. First of all, it was like 2 hours long. They were there to answer your questions. Second of all, like they were answering really specific questions about specific sites and specific issues, and they were answering bigger company-wide kind of how do you operate and lifestyle and publisher big questions too. And they were having some good discussion about that. And I was very impressed and very pleased. I had a very specific question in the live stream. I'll link the live stream that I was in. You can see me in the first 5 minutes. I'll link that one down there, and then turn on the notifications and you'll see when they go live, and you can ask your specific questions, which I thought was super helpful. The other way, of course, to get in contact with Ezoic is Twist. And I know that Twist gets a bad name because it's just like another platform. But when I had issues and I reached out on Twist, they got right back to me. So give Twist a chance. But anyway, those things are there. Now, they made Spanish Access Now. So the whole program is available in Spanish for Access Now. But they also added subtitles in German and French, and upcoming translations for Arabic and Hindi. So when I said, hey, I really need my non-native English speakers here to have, the resources to be able to get through this, they were like, yes, we're there with you. And they are working on making the program more inclusive for international users. So I was very pleased by that. There's one other thing that they're doing that I think is important. They have made transcripts of their videos available to download. So if you don't speak French, German, Arabic, Hindi, Spanish, or English, you can download that transcript, and those are much easier to translate online using free or paid software. So whatever you use to translate, because if you are on here publishing and you speak in a language other than English, you have already figured out how to do a lot of hard things. Okay. So I thought having the transcripts available would be helpful to those of you who are really trying hard to work through some of this stuff, but that barrier of English is making it like a lot harder for you. Okay. Transcripts available. You'll see them under the videos, subtitles available, and a couple translations available. All right. They told me that just in the first couple weeks of implementing this new model of Access Now, people have decreased their time from starting to finishing by 70%. They have said that some people finish it in as little as 15 minutes. Okay, but like 30% of the time it took me would still be a couple of weeks. Okay, so I only ever had an hour or two at a time to devote to the class. But if you have, like me, nap time, bedtime, early in the morning time to complete the class, still that's like probably a couple days as opposed to 5 months that it took me. So there is really like they took down some barriers. And it's encouraging for me to see them react to a lot of the feedback that they've had about that and to see them make the program more accessible. I really do feel like they're publisher centric. Like they want publishers to be successful because they are successful when we are successful. I haven't taken advantage of some of the other things inside Ezoic. They do have live streams that they do inside. They have some good email tips that they send out. They have a lot of programs. Carl has talked about some wonderful things that Ezoic does, and I have not even taken advantage of all of it. But let me tell you, what I have done with Ezoic has earned me money, has been easy to figure out. I mean, relatively easy. This is all hard. Okay, blogging, it's all hard. WordPress is hard. Email opt-ins are hard. Ad agencies are hard. It's all hard. Content is hard. But this is one thing that just got a little bit easier. So I hope that this is helpful, and I hope that you get some dollars, right? Jump on Ezoic and start making some money. I have a link for Access Now in the description. I have a link for the Access Now live streams on YouTube in the description, and you'll see me in the same outfit in the same place a little later this week.